The Federal and Thomas Hospital Puliangudi jointly present the Tenkasi Marathon 2025. This event is co-presented by Selvarani Readymades and powered by Repco Home Finance and Sriram Nalamani Yadava Educational Institutions. Run for Health on Sunday, June 29.
Every year, nearly 1.5 lakh students in Tamil Nadu prepare for NEET. Sleepless nights, relentless coaching, the dream of becoming a doctor or dentist. It's not just an exam, it's an obsession. But here's the shocker. Even after the NEET 2024 counselling, medical and dental seats were vacant. In 2023, 5 MBBS and a staggering 120 BDS seats had no takers, even after 6 full rounds of counselling. So what's happening? Is the medical dream, once the ultimate goal of arguably every bright student, now losing its shine? Despite the years of hard work, financial sacrifice and pressure, a growing number of students and parents are turning away from medicine. Are medical dreams fading? Low salaries after years of education, legal risks from patient complaints and medical negligence cases, high-pressure job, continuous scrutiny, long study years, often with the reward at the end, lack of job satisfaction. It's no longer just about becoming a doctor. It's about whether the white coat is worth the burnout.
MBBS is the longest your undergraduate course, and that is also tough one. So after that, 1 or 2 years, you have to struggle hard to write NEET PG and get the your field of interest, master's in your field of interest. So by the time when you get into UG and after that waiting for PG and then getting the seat in PG, then gets the PG seat, then 32 years, at the age of the 32 years only, you are in a place to start earning. But at that time, the employment is very less, employment opportunities are very less, both in the government and in private sector. The salaries are very less, both in government and in private sector. Coming to the private practice, it has become very tough nowadays due to multiple act, which is Clinical Establishment Act and then Consumer Protection Act. And there are, in general, the doctor-patient relationship is worsened, and there is a high competition, and there is always some fear of having some litigation. And so it is not giving a proper socio-economic security, and it is not giving a safe environment to practice. And that is why, in general, liking towards interest towards doing medicine is coming down. And we can see even dentists and even MBBS doctor working in Swiggy, Zomato, something of that kind. And
remember that shocking incident last year when a doctor at the Kalangar Centenary Super Speciality Hospital in Guindy was attacked by a patient's attendant? While many patients often complain that doctors seem arrogant or inattentive and do not give them enough time, what we rarely talk about is the massive pressures doctors are under. With overwhelming patient loads and hardly any time to breathe, forget personal attention. Even basic consultation becomes a race against time.
See, at least minimum 60 to 65 patients. Rule says around 60 outpatients can be seen by a doctor in a day in this OPD. But what is happening? 200 to 300 patients are coming to OPD to see one particular doctor. So how a doctor can listen their stories and give proper treatment and explain them what is the problem, what to be taken as a food, what food should be avoided, how to take these drugs, all these things. There is no communication. There is no time to talk about the disease. There is no time to talk about the lifestyle changes. There is no time to talk about the drug intake system. So this is a problem. And because of that, doctors are in a pressure that they have to see the next patient like that, because the queue is there. So the people who are standing in the queue are telling that why there is a delay, why the doctor is slow, like that and all. But other aspect, the patient who is getting the treatment is telling that the doctor is not spending enough time for me. So this is a kind of a situation, and that is why it is leading some kind of a misunderstanding, even assault against the doctors and other healthcare providers in the government hospitals. But the government is not bothered to see to increase the doctors' number.
It's not just MBBS. Even NEET PG and super specialty seats are going vacant, with some specialties seeing zero cutoffs last year. Why? Dr. Sundaresan explains.
That is like one professor who has been able to teach 3 years will be able to have 3 students. Who has treated 2 years experience post professorship will be able to have 2 students. Like that, again they are coming to a different scenario. So these much confusions when it is there is no stability of employment for the doctor. That's why non-clinical, most of the non-clinical courses are been lying vacant. Clinical side also the same problem in teaching side. There also their job is been snatched away due to the new regulation. So automatically, what is happening is they are clueless actually. Those aspirant to become MBBS doctors are clueless. After MBBS, joining PG degree, they are also clueless as to what to do. And ultimately, what happens is they go on and at some point of time, they take some degree, some PG course, and then they settle. Such doctors will not be well versed in. Will not be actually encouraged to take care of the patient or in the branch. The branch that they have chosen out of frustration will not be satisfying for them as well as for the society. Minimum guarantee amount that is possible with this profession, which other profession cannot give, that is there, but they are not being paid on par with the designation, their qualification, and their year of experience. That is not being compensated properly.
Imagine this. You study non-stop for over 15 years, finally become a specialist, and by the time you're ready to earn, you are well into your 30s. And then comes the shock. The rewards don't match the grind. Yes, there's more medical colleges, more seat, but where are the jobs? Where's the pay that reflects the sacrifice? For many doctors, it's a brutal wake-up call. After all the effort, the system still fails them.
We have more number of government and private medical colleges and dental colleges. The number of seats have been increased by a huge extent. The next thing is the salaries and job vacancies have not increased on par with the increase in the number of seats. We can see there are a lot of doctors in certain pockets of the country, but the rural and semi-urban areas don't have many doctors. The reason for this is because there is a very huge disparity, very high disparity between the pay of doctors in urban setups compared to rural setups. The age-old saying that doctors are supposed to be service-minded and they're supposed to care for the community, all that is true. But when you have a very capitalist society where doctors are supposed to earn and feed for their families as well, the salaries and the income, which is not corresponding to the amount of hard work and effort put by them, dissuading the youngsters to take medicine and dentistry, especially medicine, because it has a very long duration of education, and once you finish that career and you start earning, your pay is not as much as you would expect it to be, and is not sufficient for the amount of hard work and the toil that they are putting. So this is one of the reasons why many students now tend to abandon seats and pursue careers which have less work pressure, less emotional and physical stress, and more pay.
Here's the reality check. After 7 grueling years of study, an MBBS doctor in a private hospital makes just 20,000 to 40,000 a month. In a government setup, slightly better, maybe around 45,000. And what about super specialists who have studied for over 12 years? They earn rupees 60,000 to 1 lakh in government hospitals. Some private hospitals a bit more, but nowhere near what you would expect for that level of expertise. To make it worse, many say that their salaries still lag behind those at central government hospitals. And yet, every year, hundreds still sign up, mostly from medical families or students who excelled in academics and saw medicine as the ultimate goal.
So basically, the people who join, there are two different categories of people who join. Those who have been asked by their parents to join because they're already from a medico family, their father and mother come from a generation of doctors, and they push their sons and daughters to take medicine. That is one of them. They are quite aware about the demands of the profession. The other one is the second category is those who are taking good marks and end up taking medicine as a profession. In that, there are two categories. Basically, one of them is like they'll be very strong in their pursuit of and passion and all that, and they'll stick to the demands of the profession, and they tend to continue. The other one will be completely unaware, oblivious to what is happening in this field, and once they join and once they understand the rigors of this profession, they quit. So this is not just at MBBS level, even at MD level this happens.
So how do we bring back the lost respect and interest in medicine and dentistry? The necessary steps: pay doctors what they deserve, improve working conditions, and protect them legally from harassment and violence. If things don't change now, we are staring at a future where the best minds may no longer choose medicine. That will not be just a personal loss, it will be a national healthcare crisis waiting to explode.
The Federal and Thomas Hospital jointly present the Tenkasi Marathon 2025. This event is co-presented by Selvarani Readymades, powered by Repco Home Finance and Sriram Nallamani Yadava Educational Institutions, along with associate sponsors Treasure Island International School, Homeway Properties, PPR Power Tech, and Premium Samsung Cafe. Run for Health on Sunday, June 29. Entry is free. All are welcome.